How's it going, guys? Welcome to another Team of the Season video. We have an MLS player in Bill Hamid. Of course, the MLS Team of the Season has been out for quite a fair bit now, so of course he's one of the older ones. But, it's getting to that stage of the game where we have to try, the different cards, Obviously, we're not getting new players except man the matches, which are quite irrelevant. So, it's going to be like this during footies, and I'll just be trying these cards. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy that, but obviously I do appreciate, and I got on the last video a fair few player suggestions, so I always encourage that, and I always, look at those and always keep them in mind and consider it. So please, keep doing so. I'll always, always enjoy that, and I do appreciate it. So we'll get into this Hamid review. He's 15 to 20K on PlayStation, which is actually a fair price. You don't expect him to be that expensive considering he's, an 86 rated goalkeeper from an off league. And then he's around like 20 to 25K on Xbox. And he's actually relatively popular down to his links. Obviously he's the only good MLS goalkeeper, and then he has those links to the Team of the Season Opara and Robinson, so he creates that good trio, and people are curious to see if he, is worth it, and if he's capable of, doing what you need him to do. So we'll get into his pros. We'll start out with his pros. 90 reflexes. I was very impressed with the reflexes. His reactions are great, especially in those, quick situations like one-on-ones. He's able to make those spectacular saves and, win you games. His distribution is great. He's got 83 kicking, which is actually fairly impressive compared to most goalkeepers. And then, he's great at throwing and starting up attacks. And then his punting is also very good. I also liked he has comes for cross trait, so that's very nice. He's good off, corners, set pieces. So he has a very strong set of hands, so he won't allow for he won't allow for attackers to bully him, and then he'll get be able to get it out of his area. And then we'll get into his cons, right? His diving at 88, I wasn't overly impressed with. No matter the amount of power that was on the shot, he didn't really have that ability to reach, to, save. So, he allowed a lot of easy goals, a lot of floaters that I was not expecting. So, not very good in terms of diving. His, handling was quite poor in general, besides maybe just the handling in general was quite poor. I mean, he does tend to parry it a lot and allows for a lot of rebounds, which is obviously very frustrating. So you do have to keep that in mind. You can see here a relatively easy save. You expect him to catch it, and he kind of just bats it out. Luckily, he does have a strong set of hands. So you can see here another one where he kind of just hits it. That one you don't really expect because it has a lot of power, but he does that a lot. He kind of just bats it, parries it. You can see here another one where he just uses two strong, hands, but hits it out for a corner. So that can be a very annoying, issue. And then his presence. He is 6'3". He has the high and stocky body type, but he didn't have that presence I expected, and he felt quite small in goal. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't that huge like Van der Sar. When you play against him, he's so huge, he's scary to play against, and it's really hard to score on him because he feels like a huge presence and he commands his area. Hamid does not do that. He doesn't have that presence to him. So I don't know. He has a lot of issues, and to be fair, he has his pros, he has his cons. You shouldn't really expect much considering what you're paying for, right? But if I were you guys, I mean, if you have the extra coins, I would definitely recommend going for a icon goalkeeper instead to link up those MLS teams instead, because I think this guy isn't reliable enough to win you guys games in those those tight games. So that's going to be my review. Please like the video, of course, subscribe, comment down below who you'd like to see next, and thank you for watching.